Hi guys, I'm Asaf. This is Itai, and today we're going to react to Now I Hear by NEMOPHILA.
How did I reach here when I'm alone? Hello, 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 no one is here. 満たされていたと感じてたの。手の届くもの並べていただけ。Now I'm no longer who I was. 始めるの今から繰り返した過ちも分かってる。連れて行くから共に Now I can have my soul 見つけるの自分でどこでもないここでこそ生きてく I'm here
It's another great offering from NEMOPHILA. They're always great. It was nice that it kind of opened in English. Her voice sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
As always, they're great. And this was recorded live, which I actually didn't know. And yeah, no, it sounds great. It's another like I said, another fantastic song from NEMOPHILA.
Why did I saw away? Who gave me love? Give me, there's nothing here. 満たされてみたい一度でもいい手が届かない憧れだけは気づかないふりしていただけの偽物で変わらないからと Cause I know where I stand now 踏み出すのここから傷つけてた自分にも嘘をもやめるから
When Mayo's not doing her screechy voice in their more aggressive songs, it's almost impossible not to notice that there's something very youthful in her voice. It carries out in a distinctive way. And I'll always recognize her voice, even if I hear a song that I don't know where it's coming from. I'll recognize that it's her singing, and there's something very pleasant in the way it's almost like it caresses your ear when you listen to it.
Yeah, there was one instance where it got a little bit more rocking, kind of a little bit aggressive, and we got a little bit of a hint of it, of her sort of going a bit harder, but most of it she's very clean and very as you said, just pleasant. It's familiar. It's like when you know the band, it's we've talked about them before. It's like you can't help but love them. The more you get to know them, the more likable they become. The music hits you first, and then you start, discovering all these things about them, personalities and this and that and the other. So yeah, it's always a fantastic experience. We couldn't find full translation of the lyrics, so we found sort of bits and pieces, which kind of gives us an idea of what it's about, but it's hard to kind of fully know exactly. There's something about just the way this song is and the pace of it and the feel of it that kind of lends itself to this kind of subject matter, I guess. It's a love song.
Yeah. Something regarding reconciling or closure or maturing from
by the end of it, yes.
Yeah.
It starts off it's more about sort of like a breakup and the separation and the loneliness and sort of the negative sort of side of it, and then it builds back up to kind of a person sort of putting themselves back together. Very cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Very cool.
As you said, it's a great offering, another great offering from NEMOPHILA. I love it. I loved every minute of it. Can't decide if I'm more fond of their mellower songs or their more energetic songs, because we get different things, I think, from each of their types of performances. But yeah, this definitely goes in my favorites list.
Personally, I think I prefer the faster stuff, high energy stuff, heavier stuff. But I really do like their ballads as well. This one had a sort of 90s hard rock heavy metal ballad feel to it, which again I like that. This is again something that happens with a lot of the Japanese bands, that they have this sort of retro feel to them. Like they're bringing back the sound that we love so much. And yeah, it's something that I think a lot of their audience can connect to. It's in a live setting, especially. It's like a nice break from the heavy, and something that most people can relate to as well.
Yeah.
A relationship song, getting over failed love or unrequited love, or in this one, I think it's more about making mistakes in relationships, having regrets, but getting over them. They're a great band. Also, probably a very underrated and underappreciated band. I think they need to be, out there a bit more. I think not enough people have heard of them yet, and I hope that changes soon.
If I'm not mistaken, they are a relatively new band, so they have. We're going to see a lot of them in the future, I think.
Yeah, I think the Japanese bands. There's a lot of them that are, in our eyes, underappreciated and not as well known as they should be. And I guess with some of them, not all of them, some sing in English, but with some of them it's the language. A lot of people don't really want to listen to a lot of music that isn't in English, but there are a lot of people out there who, like us and like a lot of our audience, love good music. It doesn't really matter what language it's in. And I think NEMOPHILA is just one of those bands. I hope they get bigger and bigger, because they are freaking awesome.
Yeah, I think it comes with patience, because when you get a song in a language that you don't speak, you get a distilled experience, and if you're patient enough, you go and figure out what they were saying later, and then that amplifies your joy from it or your appreciation of it.
And I think with worldwide success, I think it takes one song that, that becomes a hit for whatever reason. Usually it needs to be something slightly different, kind of like when you think about it, like Rammstein, with Du Hast, when that hit, they became massive, from that, and people started listening to more of their songs and going along with it because they had that familiarity from that one hit. So a lot of those types of bands, not necessarily just from Japan, from anywhere, if they get that one hit that people can go along with, even though it's in a different language, I think a lot more of their work would follow that path, and people would become more aware of it.
It's nice to think about the possibility that Nemophila might be a song away from igniting a worldwide recognition.
Not just Nemophila, Love Bites, Bandmate, etc.
All that bunch,
Especially ones who don't sing in English, actually, because the ones who do, can get that crossover a lot easier. So
I agree.
I don't know if easier is the right word, just more of a chance.
But
again, so much good stuff, such high quality. They're all at such a high level. I hope that from our show, from other reactors, I hope that their audiences just keep growing, because they are amazing.
If you enjoyed this episode, guys, please be sure to like, subscribe, and click the little bell icon so you'll get notified on all our future videos. Share our stuff. It'll help us grow our channel and encourage us to make more videos for you guys. Hit us up in the comments. What did you think about Now I Hear by Nemophila? Did you like it? Let us know. Also, let us know what you would like to see us do next. We will do our best to comply. If you have a request you'd like bumped up the line, please make it through Buy Me a Coffee. All contributions are, of course, very much appreciated. Thank you very much for sticking with us. Thank you very much for your time. The amalgamation between the two voices of the male singer and the female singer, and her voice is lovely, kind of operatic. It works extremely well together. Her and him, I mean.
And it brings an element of kind of like symphonic metal into this, because again, the opera style sort of creeping in. Her voice sounds fantastic. She didn't do this in the other song we heard.
I don't remember.
Which goes to show, as far as both vocalists have just an amazing range. Thanks a lot, guys. We appreciate you as always. And we hope to see you again in the next one. See you soon, guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.